So there are certain things to look for, but also avoid when learning a song by ear. So we're going to start with the first step, which is finding the key. So first we're going to listen to a song. We're going to isolate the one note that stands out. Now there are a few things that we need to look out for. We need to be able to hum the note all the way throughout without clashing with the melody or the chords. Okay, so we can hum or play on the piano. The song usually comes back to the note that the key is in. And it also has a sense of resolve that other notes that you test against won't quite have. So let's jump right into this and let's listen to our first song. Okay, so I advise when you're first listening to a song to just approach this, just with an open mind and be very subjective about it and just pick out certain notes that really stand out to you. Okay, so in this case, we have two notes that are kind of standing out to me right now, which are Okay, I'm going to play it back so that you can hear me humming while I'm... And then again. Okay, so first let's find those notes. All right. Let's test it, make sure that those are there. Again. Guess it's true. Okay, so those notes are definitely in the song. They're very prominent. Let's see if one of them is the key. Let's try it out. Go a little bit ahead just to make sure we're not clashing with anything. Okay, now we can hum this. It doesn't really clash with anything, but does it have a sense of resolve? Okay, we haven't tested it against other notes, so we don't know the answer to that yet. Okay, let's try the next note. You need love 'cause I'm just a man. These nights never seem to go to plan. Okay, so this one is not very, it doesn't sound very resolving. Like, it's there, you can kind of hum through it, but it doesn't sound like, this is where home base is, okay? And we're looking for that feeling of home, all right? So let's use another tactic, and when the melody starts to come in, listen to the singer and see if he gives away anything. So the singer, he comes back to this note, like, right? This seems to have a sense of resolve, okay? He comes back to that, and it's much stronger than the other two notes were, okay? All right, so we're going to drive the point a little bit further by going into the next song. Okay, I keep hearing this note right here. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Alright, now I'm pretty sure that that's the key, that we're in the key of C. Okay, I'm 100% sure about that. But just for the sake of changing it up and seeing how it would go, if we chose another note that works really well, let's go to E, right? That's the third of C, of a C chord, and we're going to test that against the song. So let's go back to the beginning. I'm going to pause it while I'm humming it. Now, it's a good note, and it's very strong, but again, it doesn't have that sense of resolve, okay? It doesn't feel like home, all right? Not as good as this one. You know, that one's very strong against this, okay? But we tend to find notes that work well and we say, oh, that's good enough. It must be in the key of E, right? But the thing is that it may work there, but it doesn't always resolve there. It's not always where home is. And another way to think about it is the lowest note or the bass note, okay, of the last chord of the song, usually it's pretty safe to say that's going to be the note that the key's in, okay? So if we skip all the way to the end of the song, you know, you hear that. And that's going to be, you know, your key. So here's another song. Okay, so that beginning is a little bit ambiguous, and sometimes it's not going to be very obvious right from the get-go. Sometimes you're going to have to give it a little bit of time before you find the key. Some people, you know, some of us will get it right off the bat, but some of us need to just stick it through a little bit longer, okay? So I'm going to keep playing this.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue.
Okay, so this one is in the key of F, all right? How do I know that? Because, well, really, Louis Armstrong gives it away very strongly right from the get-go when he sings the melody. So let's listen to when he comes in. Hopefully I'm getting in the right part here. So listen for this.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue.
All right. So just for the fun of it, let's pick a note that would obviously not go with the song, okay? And let's just see how that goes so that you can see how just obviously wrong it is, okay? So that completely clashes. It does not go at all. It's nothing, you know, we're not hearing that at all. We're not picking it from the song. It's just a random note, okay? So if you can tell the difference between that working and like the root working, then you're in good shape, okay? If you can't really tell the difference that, you know, this clashes, then, you know, you've got another issue going on. You know, you might be dealing with being tone deaf. And, but if you're recognizing that that's not good, but this is, okay, then you are on the right track. Okay, so just a quick little recap. In finding the key, you want to listen to the song and isolate the note that you can hum all the way through, that the song always comes back to, and that it has a sense of resolve or feeling of home, okay? We often mix up the third or the fifth of that root chord as the key of the song, but they normally don't have that sense of resolve, okay? Not against what the root of the chord is. So, for instance, if it's in the key of C, then C is going to have that sense of resolve, not E or G. If we're in F, like the What a Wonderful World, then F is going to have that sense of resolve, not A or C. Once you learn how to master this first step, then you can move on to more complex concepts like finding the chords and learning the bass line and the melody. But for right now, don't worry about that. All you worry about is finding the key to the song, okay? And when you can get to the point that you're, you know, driving down the road and you're listening to one of your favorite songs on the radio or on a CD, and then you can just hum what that starting note is, or hum what the key is, what that note that the song always comes back to, then you know that you've mastered this and you can move on to the next step. So I hope that this helped you, and I hope that this taught you a new skill that you didn't have before you watched this video. And happy practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.